Ooh, that would have been bad. I know what you're thinking. Why is he pitting these two trucks together? They're in different classes. Well, there's many reasons. Today we're going to check that out, and we're going to see which is the better buy for you. The Arrma Quake 2 to 3S and the Arrma Fury 2 to 3S. Both being 1/10 scale Arrma trucks that are two-wheel drive and capable of running on 3S. And come in at a very palatable price. Let's break down some of the similarities and the differences of these two trucks based on different categories, starting with price. If you've been in the market for an RC in the sub $300 category and you like Arrmas, you've probably come across these two trucks and wondered which one's better. The price difference is negligible, with the Arrma Fury coming in at $249.99 US at the time of this video, which is May of 2026, whereas the Arrma Quake comes in at $269.99 currently. So that equates to really only a $20 difference between the two. Not to mention, when you're talking about any hobby grade RC that's under $300 and is as fast and durable as these two are, you're getting a great deal. Actually, out of all the Arrmas I own, these two are the cheapest ones in my fleet. But in this case, affordability does not reduce the level of fun that can be had while driving them. And you'll see what I mean about that when we test them out. So looking at the chassis, you can see the similarity here as well. They both have that slender chassis that is unique to these trucks. The Arrma Gorgon, which just had an update recently to the brushless version, also has a similar chassis to this. And they make them so that you can remove the battery from the bottom and don't have to really mess with the top too much. But when you do go to take off the top, it can be a nuisance. Sometimes those pins tend to stick, or you might scrape your hand while trying to get to them. You can also notice that the chassis is longer on this Fury than it is on the Quake, and that's because of the style of truck. This is a short course truck. You can see the smaller wheels, just the all-around different body style and suspension style that this has. Whereas this Quake is built as a monster truck. Big tires, tall suspension, and short wheelbase. It's also a little bit wider as well. You can see with the suspension that Quake has quite a bit more travel. They both have that rear wheel drive system that is the same on both. They both have rear wheelie bars, this one being a little bigger. I have actually broken this one a little bit, but it's still hanging on. And if you've seen my driving videos of this Quake, it has taken a brutal beating. And the fact that it's not broken, other than this little hanging piece on the side, it blows my mind, quite honestly. So it's a testament to how tough these trucks are. Both of these are known for being extremely durable. By the way, as in all my videos, I'll post affiliate links in the description for both of these trucks, as well as in this video here. I have affiliate links with Horizon Hobby, Amain Hobbies, Amazon, Traxxas, and more. So if you ever see those affiliate links, you're not going to pay any more when you click them. You're going to get the trucks I'm talking about, and the added perk is that it gives a little kickback to my channel so I can keep making cool videos like this for you guys. Now it'll be interesting to see the difference in weight between these trucks. Let's start with the Fury. So that comes in at 5 pounds, 13.2 ounces. And for the Quake, okay, a little heavier, slightly, coming in at 6 pounds, 1.9 ounces. So just a hair heavier on the Quake, probably because of these huge beefy tires. Just want to show what these look like without the bodies on. Very similar design, and the same ESC, which is a 45 amp 2-in-1 ESC. 2-in-1 being that it's a ESC and a receiver combined. They do come with these SLT2 remotes. They're pretty good. I've had no problems with them. You can modify the power if you've got a beginner, all the way down to 50% power. They've also both got the DSC system, which is a dynamic stability control, if you'd like to modify how the gyro intervenes. Being that these are both two-wheel drive, they are a little trickier to drive, so that gyro can help, especially for a beginner or someone who's not used to driving two-wheel drive. I noticed that the Quake tends to come with a little sticker and a little more matching style. This one does not. Hey, maybe that's where the $20 extra goes. So they both have the 45 amp 2-in-1 ESC. They also come with a 4,000 kV motor for both of them. So the exact same power system in these trucks. So you're starting to see, guys, why these are pretty comparable in a lot of ways. When I made the Quake review video, in it I made a slight modification and took off this little cap so that you can thread the battery cable up through the top instead. And what that does is give a little more room to fit a bigger battery, such as this 6600 3S battery from CNHL. You would feed the cable back through there and link it up at the top. I noticed that this Fury does not have that capability as easily, simply because there's no clip to remove that would give access to this. Instead, it's mounted underneath the ESC here. Although I have 2 of these to run these trucks today, there's no room to plug the cable in and close the door. So I'm gonna need to use some smaller batteries today for both of these trucks. They're still 3S, they should still work fine. Luckily I have 2 equal ones to make it an equal comparison. And that is these 3S packs from Huvo, 5200 milliamp 80C batteries. And yeah, let's get out there and give it a rip. All right, so we're gonna do a top speed run starting with the Quake. It was really tricky to get the GNSS thing in there, cram it in under this body, but I got it to fit. I'll see what I can do. This isn't the best area, but it's the best I can do with the time I have. We'll see what kind of speed we can get out of it. Yeah. Oh, very difficult to get a top speed. And also the brakes are super weak, given the big tires and the 2-wheel drive. Jeez. That was almost full throttle. So 45 miles an hour. Actually, that's pretty good for given how wild that was. Pretty good. All right, so now let's try it in the Fury. That should work. Hard to fit this thing in there. All right, I think this will work. Please work. Top speed, Fury. Oh, okay, that's speedometer is pulling it. Ouch. Great. Destroy my new truck. How can I mount this? Let's try strapping it right around the whole chassis. Round 2, top speed. Let's go. Oh my God. I guess this thing's more crazy than I thought on road. I'm gonna change the DSC a little bit. Well, it's cool off-road, but man, is it hard to control on road. Somehow I've had an easier time with the Quake than the Fury, which is the opposite of what I would have thought. So let's see what we got. It's the best I'm gonna get. 42. So the Quake takes the cake, I guess. Time for some different testing. So the Quake is definitely not made for this kind of a course, but let's see how she does. It's so topsy-turvy, such a high center of gravity, but it is fun. Oh, you have to go so easy on the throttle because it wheelies so much that you can't turn when a truck wheelies. So I have a feeling the Fury will do a lot better on this kind of a track. Which is understandable. Oh, I can't get the nose down. Does love to soak up the bumps though when you hit it just right. Super cushy. You just gotta kind of go super easy. Any sudden movements really on the throttle or the steering, this thing goes wild. Super twitchy, so it's gentle, nice and easy. That's the good, it's forgiving. There we go. All right, now let's try the Fury and see how that does. You can definitely gas. It's more forgiving, less twitchy for sure on these kinds of surfaces. Whoa, except when you goose it. Still got that nose, that wheelie happy stance, but less so for sure. There we go. Whoop. This is nice. This is a little track truck, a little turf truck. Whoa, yes. This rubbing is kind of crazy. I don't see why it's rubbing so much on a stock truck. So this one I can see myself already getting more confident with as compared to the Quake. It's taking less time to get confident with for sure. Beautiful. It doesn't matter. Fury don't care. All right. That was definitely hands down winner by Fury. All right, it's back. Now, two-wheel drive makes this a little tricky. Yeah, see, it can hang with the big boys. Oh. Is that four-wheel drive or two? It's four?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. So two-wheel drive versus four here.
No servo.
Oh no, that sucks. It broke. Oh, that was fun.
V8 bomber.
Yeah, see, this thing likes to roost, likes to slide. Look how bouncy it is. Bouncy suspension, bouncy tires. It's just, and because of that, it's forgiving. Look at that. Nice. That actually is awesome. So this kind of highlights something that the Quake can do that the Fury cannot, which is just handle little jumps like this. And with ease, and just spring right through. This is like so fun. It'll pop up. Whoop. I should enter this into that monster truck competition, huh? See how she does. Justin's probably over there going, why is this guy driving this on the track? That is so fun. All right, so let's give the old Fury a try. So 3S on the track here. All right, so I'm gonna try adjusting a couple things.
Lights are on. Flying Fox, watch for green.
Turn up the steering management a little bit.
3-5. Sean, you get to pick a winner here. And on deck will be wild side.
Oh, this is hard with two-wheel drive. Damn, I keep oversteering too much here. So it's very hard not to spin out. I'm used to four-wheel drive trucks, and this is hard. Nice. Okay. So there we go. Starting to get the hang of it a little better. Nice. So that's why this is probably, the Sentin is probably a better truck for the track, or the Mojave 4S really. But oh, another thing to keep in mind is when you flip this over, there's really nothing to protect this, so you're really putting it straight on the electronics. I just realized that there's no top brace like you would usually have on a truck, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, you kind of need a non-hard surface. Like softer, tackier dirt, this would probably be better in. Yeah, so it's so lightweight, it just kind of bounces off things. Yeah, it's really hard on hard surfaces to drive straight. It's kind of scary, actually. But it is fast. Remember, guys, this is 250 bucks. It is fun. Oh, whoa, whoa. Oh yeah, it does little wheelies. So this dirt's a little better. Slightly tackier. Yeah, so one lesson to be learned. This truck likes tackier and it's a little softer dirt. This isn't even that soft, it's just slightly tackier because it rained recently. And that helps you be able to handle it a lot better. Wheelie. And just be able to have more fun with it. If it's hard, super hard tack and slippery, this is really not as fun because it's just so hard to control. Nice, I love how it wheelies. Oh! Ay, I hit a big rock. I'm just always baffled by how strong and tough this truck is. I don't think I've ever had a truck this tough. Now, I noticed right away that although this is still a little hard to control, it's way easier than the Fury. Because of that grippy tires, and I don't know. You would think with this high center of gravity it wouldn't be, by how little control the Fury has on flat surfaces when it's loose like this. This guy doesn't care. Oh, so fun. Yeah, see? That's more fun. It roosts better. Right. Yeah, that's cool. Now, this obviously won't be power sliding like that will, but it is fun. Whoa, it's so cool. It loves to wheelie. Nice. See, the Fury had a lot of trouble with that one. It just goes anywhere. For two-wheel drives, it's insane. Ah! Ooh, that would have been bad. Well, that was cool. That was awesome. That was sick. There she is, the winner. And finished. Always got to end with a bang, right? So guys, there you have it. These are both great trucks given how cheap they are. However, they both seem to do better on different surfaces. With the Quake doing better on loose surfaces for bashing, jumping, and all around fun in rough terrain, given how bouncy these tires are and these shocks with the high center of gravity. Whereas the Fury seems to do better on high grip surfaces such as turf or carpet. It didn't do as well as I thought on loose surfaces and really seemed to spin out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Go ahead and hit that like button, hype button, and subscribe. And I'll put affiliate links for both of these trucks in the description. See you in the next video. Thanks.